Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 20 favorites in 2020 that was set up by Denise from Just Some Makeup Pans. I'll link her Instagram handle down below. So if you want to see how I did this time, then just keep watching. So for those of you who don't know, I'm crazy and I'm doing 2-year-long projects because I couldn't decide, so I decided to do both. So this one is the 20 favorites, so I get to pan things that I actually really enjoy, and I'm not doing this rolling style, and I want to hit goal on 20 particular products. And as of now we have 10 left after today, which is really good. And then my team project pan is a rolling style project where I work on things that for the normal reason, like I don't really like it, it's getting old or whatever. So I have 3 items leaving the project today, which I'm really happy about, and they're kind of juicy. To me, they're juicy because they were hard, okay? So I have my little thing here, so let's just get into that. So the first product I finally finished is my IT Cosmetics CC cream, and it is for my favorite foundation. At the moment, this is my favorite foundation. It's in the shade Fair. It's 39 euros. It is a medium natural satin, kind of a dewy finish. It's fantastic. I love it. It's on the fuller side of medium, but it's not quite full. I suppose you could build it up to almost full, but I really love this product and I will 100% get it again. Not yet, because I recently purchased a Revolution Pro foundation and I want to see, are they similar in place of this one, but I will eventually get this one again. For blush, yes, I finished a blush. It's my first blush of 2020. I don't know if I'll finish another one in 2020, but still. I was panning a blush from this palette here that I received from Primark for a Christmas, and it was in the shade Extraordinary, which is a limited edition shade. However, it is quite comparable, if not identical, to the NARS Orgasm blush. I had panned it so much that I had to repress it, and I repress it into here so that I could carry this around more. As far as I'm aware, I have not looked at the last update, but yes, I was working on it. I'll show you where I was on the screen. It is a beautiful shade, but I had such a little amount left and it was taking forever, and it's all gone. Oh my lord, it's gone. And I don't mind because I do have other blushes in that similar shade in my collection, and I've used it so much that I'm okay with it. That blush was a mini, technically. A mini, and it took me like 2 years, if not 2 years of almost consistent use. So this is my first little empty pan. This is what happens in my collection. My whole collection looks unused because I pan something to completion. That's why this year I've been really working on rotating. Then my last one is an eyeshadow. So for favorite eyeshadow, I didn't want to use a palette because I'm doing 2 pan matte palettes and then I'm rolling in several palettes a month to work on. So I decided to roll in my favorite single. 2 singles I had that were favorites, but for the purposes of hitting goal, I hit goal on 1 eyeshadow. And that was in the shade I'm Peachless. I don't know if the close-up can show the dip that was in it the last time, but there's 1.8 grams in it in total, and here is where it is now. So there's a small little pan, but the dip is quite substantial. It's such a beautiful shade. It's in her duochrome, her old duochrome line, and it doesn't appear to be in her new line, and I really like it. I have a shade in my collection that is similar, but I own nothing that is a dupe of this, and I really love it. It's kind of a shame, it's a pink gold, it's just so beautiful. But I wish that she had this. Like when I checked her website, I didn't see it there, unless it is now, which I hope it is, but it wasn't. I used it 6 additional times in order to hit pan, which brought me to a total of 23 times to hit pan in this. Now we're on to progress. So the next eyeshadow, I just put them in this magnetic palette that Elaine gave me. This is also from Makeup Geek's duochrome line. Gosh, get out. It's in the shade, I don't know why I'm taking it out, Voltage. It's absolutely stunning. So I only use this shade 8 times, which I'm actually pretty happy with, considering I'm panning so many shades. You can't really see a dip there, but this shade is beautiful. Again, not in her permanent line, in her new line. It's like a green gold. It's such a beautiful highlighter. It's so intense. It's bloody gorgeous. It is, I have shades that are similar to it in my collection, but this is the most pigmented shade, like this is the most pigmented version of it I own. If these two were still for sale, I would definitely repurchase them. If it wasn't for sale and she was discontinuing it, then I'm not, obviously I can't. So there we are. We're going to put this back, and now we have one eyeshadow left to work on and hit pan on in this project. For highlighter, I chose a shade from my Huda Beauty 3D highlighting palette in Pink Sands edition. I love this. It's gone down a gram this month, so we went from 147 to 146 grams, and I'm working on the pink shade in here called Ibiza. I think I'll show it on the screen if I have it there. There was a bit of a dip. I've used it 7 additional times, which brings me to 31 uses now on this. There is a dip. I only recently got to start working on it again because I had a huge hefty highlighter goal on in another project that I wanted to finish. My goal for this is to hit pan, but like you can use this as a blush topper and a highlight and an eyeshadow. Good God, it's just so beautiful. Is that focusing? I love this shade. Look at this. It's there. Like, it looks quite pink there, but this is the highlighter that I'm wearing today. I really hate pointing things out because I don't know what it looks like on camera, but it is the highlighter that I am wearing, and I love this. I have shades that are similar to this in my collection. That's why this one is just still my favorite. Absolutely love it. I haven't hit pan yet, but there is a juicy dip. I have half of a highlighter left to finish, and then I can solely focus on this, but at the moment I'm between two. For bronzers, my favourite bronzer I chose at the time of the intro was my Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow. My favourite bronzer still is the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer, but as I've said in every update, I had the last bronzer I finished to completion was that, so I didn't want to pan two back to back. At the last update, you could just see that the embossing was kind of wearing off. Now you can, I don't know if you can see, but there's a small bit of a dip in this small bit. There's a good dip here. Like, I really thought I was going to hit pan. My goal is to hit pan. I used this 25 times this update to bring me to 46. I think that I'm going to hit pan down here. I can't believe I've used this 46 times now in this project when I've used it outside of this project, and I still have not hit pan on it. What in the world? It is expensive, so I'm glad at the same time. But when you're panning something, you kind of want it to hit pan on it. For the bronzer, I went down 1 gram this month, and for my favorite concealer, I went down 1 gram as well to 10 grams. Yeah, so I went from 11 down to 10. My favorite concealer, and it still is my favorite concealer, it is a medium coverage. It is the Collection Lasting Perfection in the shade Fair 1. It is still going, like, you know, it's not as coated as it was, but I am not at the point of taking the stopper out. I have it on today. I find that it's pretty stark in brightening when I'm a bit darker, but when I am at my fairest, it is just a slightly bit lighter than my skin. It just brightens up those dark circles. I really enjoy it. I will get this one again. This is like, is this €2 or €3? So when I finish some other concealers in my collection, I will just go back to this one, because so far this is my favorite over any expensive one that I have tried. It's so much more affordable, so I'm going to work on a few after this and go back to this because I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. For powder, I don't have many pressed powders in my collection. I think this was the only pressed powder in my collection at the time of the intro, and this is the NARS pressed powder. It is the Light Reflecting Setting Powder pressed, and it says there was 7 grams in it, or 0.24 grams. So I went from 65 grams down to 64 grams, and it was a brand new powder. I had never used it since I brought it into this. When I brought it in, I used up 1 gram this month, so I went down a full gram. Like from the last time, you can see there wasn't much use on it. Now this is where we are. Like, powders for me in the past, I used to use up so quickly, but this one This one is taking me, I'm using this for 6 months. Yeah, 6 months and I haven't even hit pan on it. When does that ever happen with a face powder? Never. Now, I haven't been using it as much as I used to because I was always so super oily. Now I'm not as oily, but I use it to like, oh, I hate pointing things out, but diffuse everything. I use so much of this. I'm not complaining. The thing is extremely expensive. Got this in 2019 again with a voucher, but oh, and I really like it. It doesn't give off any pigment. It just airbrushes out your face. So I like to like blend my crap together here on my face. It's actually really beautiful. It's not cruelty free though. I have a liquid lipstick in here and this is Pillow Talk from Tarte. It is extremely light in shade. There it is. Like, oh, it's so, here, look. Yes, it's really light, but I put it on when I'm this skin tone and it's, God, it's so nice with a dark brown lip liner. It's so nice. When I'm at my fairest, I use it with a dark brown liquid lipstick that I just finished up in this project previously with this in the middle, and it's so stunning. I got this in like May 2017. It's starting to have like windows when you move it. Can you see? When you move it. So when I was ordering something from Tarte in 2019 or else it was early 2020, I purchased a backup because it's coming from America. Like I'm not going to be ordering from there frequently because it's too expensive. And this is still 18 grams. I can't believe it hasn't moved. I have it on today underneath a concoction of lip products that I'm panning, and I'm not like putting all the lip products I'm panning on because I'm rushing. It's because I actually like the color that it comes to. There's like 4 lipsticks on at the moment. This is one of them and I really love it. It is quite a drying formula, but not as dry as other lipsticks, liquid lipsticks out there. I just really like the shade, and I would often put a gloss or something on over this anyway. It's always with something else, so I don't mind. For lip liner, my favorite lip liner is a Rimmel one actually. It's in Cappuccino, but again, it's not cruelty free, which drives me up the wall because it's my favorite lip pencil shade and formula, everything ever. But nude browns are my favorite pencils, lip pencils. So I have one in the shade Whirl. It's from MAC. It is a warm toned bronzer. It is a warm toned lip liner. So I'll show you this on a piece of paper. I have gone down a bit. I do enjoy using it. I have it on today. I personally prefer sharpenable eyeliners and lip pencils by far. This is my favorite contouring product. It is a Smashbox stick in a set of 3 sticks that you get, and it is in the contour shade. Whoa, this is just so bloody beautiful, and it's discontinued. Excuse me, itchy. It's such a beautiful product. It gets like, it's really creamy and emollient. Look at it there. It's so easy to blend, and it's just so easy to use. And if you have no cheekbones, you can just get right in there so easily. And if you have too many chins for your comfort, draw there. God, I love this. I'm so disappointed that it's discontinued. I don't own anything with this sharp of a point. I have other cream bronzers and they are nice for here, but they're not like contoury where I can get in and blend up. Do you know what I mean? So if you've seen anything, let me know. Someone did say MAC, but again, it's not cruelty free, but it is an option that is out there. Such a shame. For lipstick, my favorite lipsticks are nudes or browns. When I say nude, I mean a brown shaded nude or a darker. So I chose this lippy stick in Girl Gang because I ordered, can you see it from here? I ordered, there's a box there, you know, of the 48 lipsticks, and they accidentally sent me 2 of this shade, and I didn't contact them because like shipping like one of these over from the US to Ireland and taking like a month or 2 to get here is such a waste of everyone's time. So I'm panning this one in this shade here, and this is a matte formula. It doesn't really feel matte though. It is, it's not creamy. There it is, it's a brown shade. It is quite a dark brown. I do like dark brown lipsticks. But at the moment I'm not really feeling it. So that is one of the lip products I have today on as well in my concoction. So I'll show you on a piece of paper. So for my Whirl, I can never hold up the product. I don't know how people do that. Look how messy this gets. I went from this line down to this line, which is actually pretty good considering I've not been wearing any makeup. And then for Colourpop Girl Gang, I don't know if you can see that, I went from here down to here, which again is pretty good. Which again is pretty good for me considering I wasn't really sure there was going to be any progress, so I'm really happy with that. That is my update, guys. I don't really know what's going to happen, but we have 10 products left for the remaining months to get through. I kind of hope I hit pan on that bronzer by next time. I don't know, will I? And I want to hit pan on that highlighter. Even though I love using them, it is hard to be panning them and other bronzers and highlighters at the same time. But they're just such beautiful products. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you the next time.